So, good morning, ma'am. I am Jermae Martos, and my partner's name is Mabelle Salinas. So, our video is all about normalizing tables from normal forms 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, here is the company's store that sells laptops. Some of the products are MacBook, Lenovo, and Asus. They have a different computer design, which is the Apple and the Windows. So there are some of the sale records. So it's currently keep track of the buyer's name, the address, the product that they purchased, the computer design of the product, then what is the supplier of the product, then what is the phone number of the supplier, and what is the price of the purchase. So the first buyer is Uniza. As you can see here, the first buyer is Uniza. She bought MacBook Air. Then the computer design is MacBook. Then the supplier is Apple. Then the supplier's phone number is 1-800-275 and 2273. Then the price is 68,990. So the second buyer's name is Noji. So she lives in Casabong, and the products she purchased is two, which is the MacBook Air and the Asus. So the computer design is the MacBook and Windows. Then the supplier is Marcelli. Then the supplier's phone is free phone. Then the price is 85,220. So the third buyer is Chris Ann. She lives in Camp 1. Then the product she bought is Lenovo. Then the computer design is the Windows. Then the supplier is Lenovo also. Then the supplier's number phone is 1300-160-10084. Then the price is 27,950. Then for the last buyer which is Uniza also. She lives in Camp 1. Then the product name is Lenovo. And the computer design is Windows. Then the supplier is Lenovo. Then the phone number is 1-800-275-2273. Then the price is 15,630. So there are some of the sale records, and we are going to normalize this. So first, normal form. Each cell to be single valued. Then entries in a column are same type. Then rows uniquely identified. So here in our table, wala dapat siya repeating groups. Then after that, we are gonna identify the primary key, which we can use the name. We will have to add an attribute, which is kaning buyer's ID. Then in order para ma-indicate na to ang table. So as you can see, kaning part kang Noji sa table is duha ni sila. Duha ka buok ang iyang na purchase, which is ang MacBook Air ug ang Asus. Then as you can see pod sa price is na-divide na siya. Then so let's move on to second normal form.
So next, second normal form, all attributes dependent on the case. So this table is from the first normal form. As you can see, they are already separated, so we will create another table to indicate ang primary key nga nagdepend aning buyer's name. So the buyer's name also depend on the primary key. Also, the address and the computer design also depends on the primary key, which is ang buyer's ID. So we divide this table in order to identify the primary key of the product. So if we are not going to create another table, libog man siya because dili man nato siya ma-identify kang buyer's name if wala siya dependent, which is the supplier's phone number and the price. So we can primarily key the two primary key. So the buyer's name, which is si Uniza, as we can see that she purchased MacBook Air. Then for Noji, she also purchased MacBook Air also and Asus. So Noji purchased two products. So the table indicates for a single value and to specify ni sila nga mga dependents.
So third normal form. All fields can be determined only by the key in the table and no other column. So this is the another table from second normal form. So this table is, we can see that this foreign key indicates in the primary key. So as you can see, nakaseparate na siya tanan table. Na siya diri primary key and foreign key, which is ang supplier. Naka-indicate siya diri sa primary key, which is ang product name. Then diri pod sa product name is naka-indicate gyapon siya sa. So they have both two primary keys gyapon, which is ang buyer's ID and product name. Then here is, as you can see gyapon na gyapon siya primary key. So let's move on to fourth normal form. So no multi-valued dependencies. So there is a fourth normal form is nakaseparate na gid siya tanan, which is the first table is the customer table. As you can see na siya nakaseparate na siya na nausa na tanan, which is ang buyer's ID, buyer's name o ang address. Nagyapon siya natin sila tag sa nga primary key. The second table is the product table. And as you can see, na siya product name gyapon. Product name, supplier, and the price. Then the primary key. And the foreign key, which is the product name and the supplier. Then also here's the subscription table. Mao ni siya ang katong buyer's ID ug ang computer design. Then it also have a primary key. Then the fifth table is the sales invoice table, which is the buyer's ID and the product name. It also have a primary key. Duha ka buk yung primary key ani nga table. Then the fifth one is the supplier table. And siya supplier and supplier phone. Nagyapon siya yung primary key. So as you can see, nakakonect na siya. So there is a primary key there is a subscription table of sa customer table is 1 to many. Then also the customer table to sales invoice table is 1 to many. Then also sa product table and sales invoice table is 1 to many. So here po sa product table, supplier table and product table is 1 to many.